You need something? Talk to my husband, Vantis Lorius. Or just Lorius, if it's all the same to you.
Okay. I'm just gonna have a read of a book, actually. Olaf and the Dragon. Tell you the truth, I've already read that one. Pretty sure I read that one too. And so let's go with the Madmen of the Reach. The Madmen of the Reach, a cultural treatise on the Forsworn, by Irenaeus Arius, Imperial Scholar. Since the legendary victory of Tiber Septim over the barbarian natives in the Battle of Old Herolden, Imperial and Nord scholarship has cast the people of the Reach as little more than savages, prone to irrational fits of violence, worshipping old, heretical gods, and fetishing beasts and nature spirits that any civilized person would best well avoid. In truth, these accounts are little more than Victor's essays, a perspective narrowed by the Empire's constant strife with the ancient, proud people that lived in this land far before Tiber Septim walked the soil of Tamriel. In light of this, I hope to create a more complete, accurate, and fair assessment of a group that has long suffered under the role of enemy, troublemakers, and them. Let us begin with the Forsworn, the so-called Madmen of the Reach. The Imperial Legion classifies them as little more than brigands, noting their constant raids and ambushes within the hold. But none of their military reports ask the question of why. If they were merely a group of bandits, surely they would be focused on acquiring gold and minimizing deaths among their own. But the opposite is true in Forsworn attacks. Large sums of coin are often left behind. Their fighters easily throw away their lives rather than risk capture by Imperial soldiers. It is this incongruity that led me to Markarth, the capital city of the Reach, in search of answers. There, I met one of the native peoples, an old woman who preferred to not be named in my writings. She told me of her family's long history, how she believes they originally came from High Rock, home of the Bretons, which would explain the similar faces and stature of the two peoples. How the Nords came and took their lands and their gods and their culture from them. When asked about the Forsworn, the old woman would say that they are the real men and women of the Reach, those that refuse to give in to the Nords, those that still practice the ancient traditions that the rest of their people had abandoned in exchange for peace. In time, I was able to create trust with many more natives in my search that corroborated the old woman's story. By chance, one of them arranged a meeting between myself and what I thought was an elder member of his village. I was shocked to find that I was led to a camp filled with the animal skulls, severed heads, and still beating hearts that I had read about from the military reports back in the Imperial City. There I met Cortorin, a Forsworn, who seemed amused at the prospect of me writing down his story, which I quote in full below. You want to know who the Forsworn are? We are the people who must pillage our own land, burn our own ground. We are the scourge of the Nords, the axe that falls in the dark, the scream before the gods claim your soul. We are the true sons and daughters of the Reach. The spirits and hags have lived here from the beginning, and they are on our side. Go back, and tell your empire that we will have our own kingdom again. And on that day, we will be the ones burying your dead in a land that is no longer yours. Cool. Let's have a read of the Amulet of Kings. by Wanangris Manana. In the first years of the First Era, a powerful race of elves called Ayleids, or Heartland High Elves, ruled central Tamriel with an iron hand. The high and haughty Ayleids relied on their patrons, the treacherous Daedra Lords, to provide armies of Daedra and dead spirits. With these fearless magical armies, the Ayleids preyed without mercy upon the young races of men, slaughtering or enslaving them at their whim. On behalf of the suffering human races, Saint Alessia, the first in the line of Cyrodiil, sought the aid of Akatosh, the dragon god of time, and ruler of noble Aedra. Akatosh, looking with pity upon the plight of men, drew precious blood from his own heart and blessed Saint Alessia with this blood of dragons, and made a covenant that so long as Alessia's generations were true to the dragon blood, Akatosh would endeavor to seal tight the gates of oblivion, and to deny the armies of Daedra and undead to their enemies, the Daedra-loving Ayleids. In token of this covenant, Akatosh gave to Alessia and her descendants the Amulet of Kings and the eternal dragon fires of the Imperial City. Thus does Alessia become the first gem in the Cyrodiilic Amulet of Kings. The gem is the red diamond in the middle of the amulet. This is a symbol of the Empire, and later taken as the symbol of the Septum Line. It is surrounded by 8 other gems, one for each of the Divines. So long as the Empire shall maintain its worship of Akatosh and his kin, and so long as Alessia's hires shall bear the Amulet of Kings, Akatosh and his divine kin maintain a strong barrier between Tamriel and oblivion, so that mortal man need never again fear the devastating summon host of the Daedra Lords. But if the Empire should slacken in its dedication to the 9 Divines, or if the blood of Alessia's hires should fail, then shall the barriers between Tamriel and the Daedric realms fall, and Daedra worshippers might summon lesser Daedra and undead spirits to trouble the races of men. Well, that's it.
You need something? Talk to my husband, Vantis Lorius. Or just Lorius, if it's all the same to you.
Hey.
Just need to gather my tools and finish up a couple of things. No worries. I'll see to Cicero. Make sure that wagon gets fixed.
It's already fixed. You don't remember? Well, let's go. Just update you on the quest here. I'm gonna kill this master vampire and retrieve a shamanic. But first on the list is the master vampire. I have a new crossbow.